What's good, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all the love I've been receiving on the channel, so thank you very much. I just went up from like under 100 to 300 subscribers in like 2 days, so super grateful. Thank you very much. Okay, without further ado, let's just dive into it. Cut the fluff out and let's get it. So today we're jumping into something that I'm working on. I'm back in Framer and I'm grinding it out for 2026, trying to get a template up. Again, that was my goal last year and didn't work out. I did start late in the year, but this year obviously I'm starting off super early. Also, during the Thanksgiving break, I was able to snag a deal on something for Black Friday, and I'll share with that today. So today we are going to be building a really cool scroll variant feature where the image changes on scroll. While you're scrolling, the image on the right will change and the text will just keep scrolling, creating this story-driven concept that I'm trying to portray for this awesome pickleball court. So here it is. Let's get it. All right, let's jump into it. I'm back on my desktop monitor recording screen, so the audio might shift. So first thing I would like to do is, this is what I'm working on right here, this template, and I want to add the scrolling section right between this section. So like I mentioned in the intro, I got this cool component or plugin called Compa. I got it on Black Friday sale. So basically what it is it's just building blocks and all kinds of cool stuff that you can add to your site just really fast. You can do bits, which is like buttons, CTAs, all kinds of really cool stuff. My favorite thing about this is because Framer rejects templates based on visual hierarchy and inconsistency, and one thing that I love about this is you can create your own color palettes. So I created this one and this one and this one for some projects. So this one right here is for this project, this one is also for this project. So these are the ones that it comes with, and yeah, you can create a new palette by doing that. Same thing here. This is the big thing, you can kind of change how you want it. So I actually have it set to golden ratio for this project, and then you can choose the base size for rems when you use rems, and you can change the fonts that you're using for the project and so on right here. So like if I were to pick golden ratio, see how it changes to 80, 61 and all that, and then you click insert text styles right there, and when that happens, all of your page styles get added to like folders and it's already organized for you, so it's always going to be consistent. And then from here you can kind of just tweak it. So what I do after that is I just go into right here and I just change it to rem, so it scales better. It's best practices to use rem anyway, so that's what I do. And so anyway, why I mentioned that is because first step is what I would do, and you don't have to have this you can also get this for free. They have a free trial version. I don't have any affiliate links to do with it, I just really like it. So what I do is grab a quick section, and as you can see it has all these sections. It's pretty dope. So where's the section that I'm using? It's just a pre-built sticky section. Again, I could probably do this in seconds, or I could do this on my own, but this is just like a huge time saver. So if you just scroll down, we'll find it right about here. Here's a couple of them. So these are like pre-built ones that have sticky, you can tell. So you just click insert block, get rid of this, move it up to where I wanted it, and I want it right after this about section. I want it right here. So let me zoom, let me press play. See, so it's like a pre-built sticky thing. I mean, it's pretty easy to do anyway, but like I said, everything is already in the golden ratio. So right here, 96, 48, 96, using the rules of fourths, which is like what I like to do. So this is perfect, and it's just consistency. So the spacing is always going to be consistent throughout all of these sections. I don't really have to worry about it. Otherwise, you have to create a section on your own in Framer. Like you have to do. It just takes so much time to do all this stuff with containers and creating and dragging and dropping your own frame here and stuff like that. So that's why I really like this. So this is just a way to ramp it up. It has these cards here, and they'll be sticky, but we're just going to remove this. Okay, so we'll just create a component here, call this feature card. No, that's kind of generic. Feature card 2, just in case I already created this. So here's the card. I like to do this. Namdi from Framer University does this. So default, and the reason that we create this as default is so we can always refer back to it and not get lost. So when you have like a bunch of different components, you'll get lost. This is the main component that you edit, and it'll scale to all the other ones. And so I like to name it just default to just always remember to go back to it. So I'll remove the text there. So the image is full. Okay, so the image is taking up the entire container of this div here, or aka frame. To be consistent with my styles, I changed the radius to 5. We'll do variant. So these are the images. Grab this lounge one for lounge, and so it fills all 3 up, which is all right. For this one, variant 2. So this is just I'm gonna walk you through one little cool process. So you want to do 3 variants for the 3 sections that I'm gonna have. Image 3 for variant 3. We'll do awesome view here. These are AI images from Midjourney. They're not really that good, honestly. Maybe I'm prompting bad, but they're not that good. Anyway, you'll see that. Oh, okay. This image is on this side, so never mind that. We'll flip these again. All right. So now we can distinguish the different sections. We'll have the image on the right and the content on the left. We're gonna drop this to relevant. We're going to get the text and the buttons, wrap them into a stack, make it left, drop it down to 8, because that's the way I have it, the rule of 8s. And we are going to make this 100 viewport height. You can type in 100 VH, or you can do it from here, viewport height. And so that will make it to where each time you're scrolling, this image will change. And yeah, let me see if I can preview that. It might not work, but oh, I forgot to make it sticky. Okay, so I'm going to take this out of the cards because this is going to be the scroll variant, so the cards is not going to work anymore. So yeah, contact and cards. So this one's going to be at the top, and we're going to make the featured card sticky. 100. Yeah, it's already 100. Cool. All right, so right here, so this is going to be 100% of the viewport height, so it's going to stop. It's going to stop at 100. Maybe this is too much too, so I'm going to make it back to 96. Actually, it should be 96. No, let's drop it down to 48, like the rest of the padding. Yeah, it's sticking. I like the way it sticks right there better. So 48 pixels from the top, which matches the padding on the right and left. So that's nice. And so this has to be 100% of the viewport height. This has to be sticky. So the trick is this. This is where we start doing the scroll variant. So you grab the featured card, right? This is why I took it out of cards. And we'll go to effects and scroll, and then right here a new thing is unlocked called scroll variant. And what this unlocks is because we created the different variants of the featured card, otherwise it does not appear. So we wanted to do the scroll variant. We want to do section in view. All right, so I have feature 1, 2, and 3 just so it's super easy to remember, but that's because I already have it on this hidden thing, the one that I created beforehand. So what you really have to do is, this is not going to be here. There will be no sections if you don't create any. So we'll come over here to the stack, which is the section, so section 1, and we're going to create this 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, or however many times you want is what we're going to do. So I have 3 different images that I want to portray in the story, and so this text should be different. So section 1, section 2, section 3. So this section right here, you got to name them. So come over here down to scroll section and name it. I will call it YT for YouTube 1, section 2 YT section 2, section 3 scroll section is YT3. You call it whatever you want. Again, this is just for YouTube. So normally I would call it features 1, features 2, and features 3. So these are all now sections. We'll go back to the component. We'll go to variant, section in view. That's the magic part. There we go. I moved the screen. Section. We pick the section YT1. This is the first section right here. First section. Set the variant to the default, which is going to be this cool image here. You want to click add section. in YT2, so it'll be this section. This is called YT2. Let me just name that YT2 so we can all three. This would be features 1, features 2, 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So those are this right here is just for your naming convention for your template. And this one over here is the important part, the actual ID that it's being given to it. Back to the scroll variant, you want to add the third one, YT3, and it's going to be, yeah, I forgot to set the variant here. So variant 2 for that. So that's going to be the second image. This is going to be the third image. All right, but we're not done. It's not going to do anything. Actually, it does do something. I'm lying because I forgot I set the variants already. So there you go. It does that, but we're not done here. We are done technically. This is what we're trying to create, but you see how it does just like this jump? It's pretty cool. It's not smooth. So we wanted to like, this is a cool feature that I saw on another video from Framer themselves, but I'm gonna go in depth detail over it. So we'll go to, we'll click the variant here, or the component, edit the component, and this is normal, you know, this is normal. But here's the trick to make it like animate. So you wanna, I'll grab this image, copy it, drop it in here, and I'll grab this image, copy it, and drop it in the default. So now all three images are in the thing, are in the container or the frame, but we want them to stack on each other so we can make the animation. Otherwise it's gonna have these three in a row. We don't want that. First we have to set this thing to absolute because we want them all to stack. So it fills up the entire container there. Do the same thing for the third image, set it to absolute, zeros across the board. This should be zeros across the board too. Yeah. All right, but the default image is not in order. It's underneath all this stuff. So then we go to styles, select the Z index, and this is where you drop the order of it. So this is going to be order 3. So this is going to be the one that appears first. Go to image 2, styles, Z index. It's already on there. So we'll drop it to 2, and then the last one is going to be behind 2. So it's going to be 1. So this one should be Z index 1. So 1, 2, 3 for the images. We're dropping the first image opacity to 0 and the third image to 0. And then for this variant, dropping that opacity for 1, 2, the third image should be 1. Okay, and there you go. So this is showing the second one, this is showing the third one, this is showing the first one. And what this is going to do, that little hack, is so you could do this opacity change on scroll instead of it hard changing. So right here, oh, it's still hard. Okay, so it has a little subtlety to it. See how it has like a little subtlety? It's like doing an opacity change instead of like a rough cut. So with that, you can pretty much do anything you really want to the images. You can make them twist. You know, you can change the, what did I say, make them twist? You can change the rotation on the second one. So you can go over here to rotate. First you go to this variant. Now this is just an example. This is what you can do with, since you're stacking them like this. Now you can change this to visible only on the variant 2, and then we can go over here to transform, right? Rotate 1, 2, 3. And you can get it like rotated instead. So let's go back to play. See how it now it rotates. So it's pretty tight. And then, you know, same thing. You could do it again for the fourth one, or for the third one. This should already scale down to the 3, but it didn't. So overflow visible. So you can see the rotation. This one only on image 3, you're rotating it. There it is. Rotate, and let's rotate it the other way. Let's do a stronger rotation there. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about the other ones appearing since we set the opacity to 0, so that's why I did that. So let's take a look at it real quick. Smooth little rotation there, and then again it like rotates that way. So that's a really cool way to just tell the story a little bit better. Again, you get, and then I would also change like the copy when I switch it to this section. I'd change the copy here maybe remove the CTA or add one or do whatever really. And then the next one right here, so I would change this too. So it's kind of just like telling a story. So, and that's it. That wraps it up for this tutorial. I hope it's quick. I kind of rambled on again. I'm gonna cut the fluff out. So that's how you do the scroll variant. Again, this channel was built for me to kind of document my life and be responsible on how I'm growing. And so my last video I talked about my goal for 2026, which is scaling to 200,000. Actually I said 150, so I'm trying to get 150k this year. I want to shoot for more, but the bare minimum I want to get this year is 150k, so hopefully I can do that. And I really need to get at least one template. I'm shooting for 3 templates on Framer. Again, thanks for joining me. Hope you learned something with the scroll variant here. I'm using this exact template, and I'm using this exact scroll variant on. I might tweak it a little bit during the final, but I'm doing this to tell the story. So anyway, if you guys got some more value, drop a like. Again, thank you so much for all the love and the subscribes. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. I appreciate it.